Welcome to Altoona High School. Game number 4. Here, the last day of the 2014 Lake City Classic. North Cobb Christian taking on Tri-Cities. North Cobb Christian in their home whites. Tri-Cities in, looks like their alternative road uniforms, red. As we come out early, Jalen Dampier lights them up early with a 3. Jalen Dampier, the junior for North Cobb Christian. He's one of those kids that he can light it up extremely quick and fast. You don't be surprised to see him do just that. As you see Fred Calloway go right at the big man, Trey Kalina. Trey, the UTC signee. Over to Crumley. Will Crumley, no good on that one. Hanson with a rebound. As he turns, he gets it up quickly over to Brooks. Brooks in the corner to Trice. Trice tries to go baseline. Crumley cuts him off. Back up top to Hanson, over to Brooks. Brooks resets the offense. He'll be picked up by Johnny Crumley. Down low to Calloway. Calloway again guarded there by the big man, Trey Kalina. Nice move, pivot move on the other side. Can't get it to fall. Johnny Crumley with the rebound. Dampier will bring it up to Wolfpack. Sorry, North Cobb Christian. Over to Kalina. Kalina is going to step it back out over to Dampier. Dampier, one of my favorite guards here, both in the state as well as this tournament. Dead away center, off just left. Rebound grabbed by Brooks. Coming back the other way is Tri-Cities. Brooks, dead away center, off the back of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Jalen Dampier. Dampier sitting in his office. Over to Nick Fleming. Fleming through the legs. Tried to feed Kalina. The ball is kicked, but it will stay North Cobb Christian basketball. Inbound to Dampier. He'll be picked up defensively by Michael Hanson Jr. Dampier lost it momentarily. Now over to Fleming. Fleming right down the lane. Stopped at the free throw line. Out to Crumley. Now over to his brother Johnny. Johnny down low to Kalina. Kalina going to work on that low block. Hook shot up and in. And that's a shot that Trey Kalina has developed. Didn't really have much of it last year, but now he's hitting it, which is nice to see the big man working in the offseason. We're going to get a 3-second lane violation here on Fred Calloway. One of those calls you rarely ever see in basketball. Tri-Cities out here in a full court. Fleming over to Crumley. Crumley cross court over to Dampier. Dampier to Johnny Crumley in the middle. He misses the jump shot from the free throw line. Ball on the floor. Fleming will come up with it over to Dampier. Up top to Will Crumley, dead away 3, knocks that down. And that's a shot that Will Crumley will take every time he has it. He is not afraid to shoot that basketball. Brooks back the other direction for the Bulldogs. He'll be picked up by Johnny Crumley. Down to Calloway. Calloway turns up and in. Nice job there to go over the big man by number 12, Fred Calloway. Dampier the other side, a nice feed over to Kalina. Kalina's going to get tied up. He'll lose it. Nice job there by Marquise Trice to tie up the big man, take the ball away from him. Trice tries to go up, gets a shot blocked, gets his own rebound. Throws it in, though, over to Crumley. Fleming up to Dampier. Dampier back to Fleming. Fleming 4-3. Good! It's now 11-2. North Cobb Christian here early over Tri-Cities. Tri-Cities down early yesterday to Pope, and they did a great job of battling back in that game before they eventually lost, I think, by 10, if I remember correctly. They'll keep fighting. That's the great thing about watching Tri-Cities play basketball is they won't go away. And we're going to get a foul here. This one's going to go against Fred Calloway. Get a substitution here. Actually, it looks like we're going to get a timeout here taken by Tri-Cities. It'll be a 30-second timeout here taken by the Bulldogs. 11-2 run here to start the opening corner here for North Cobb Christian. Kind of the third place for their bracket. And let's see, they are in the Wellstar Lake City. They're in the Superior Pummeling bracket. So this is the third and fourth place game here for the championship for this bracket will be Spain Park which features two of the top 10 sophomores in the country, Jamal Johnson and Austin Wiley. They will take on Pope later on tonight at 7 o'clock for the championship of the Superior Plumbing Bracket. And, of course, we'll have that live for you here on SUVTV.com. Fleming over to Dampier. Up to Crumley. To younger brother Will, who's actually bigger. Over to Nick. Three off the back of the rim. Rebound up in the air. Will come down to Chris Rogers. Over to Brooks. Brooks over to Trice. Trice Euro steps for no reason. Gets a shot blocked by one of the Crumleys. Back the other way comes Will. Will puts on the floor to his right. Nice feed down low to Dampier. Dampier right hand, right side. Nice job there by Will Crumley to feed the beast as he went to the rack. We got Josh Brooks coming to check with his coach. Get the offense. Brooks picked up by Fleming. Over to Wiltshire. Down to Callaway. Callaway going to get his shot blocked by the big man, Trey Kalina. Over to Johnny Crumley, who'll bring the ball up the court for North Cobb Christian. Over to Kalina. Kalina's going to get tied up. We're going to get a jump ball, and that will go Tri-City's way. Fred Callaway gets it in over to Josh Brooks. Brooks will be picked up at half court by Nick Fleming. Goes around the Fred Callaway pick back up top. Over to Rogers. Now to Trice. Trice on the floor to his right. Got away with a double dribble there. Goes it, gets the ball knocked out of bounds. He loses it. It'll go back to North Cobb Christian. Fleming picked up there by Wiltshire. Now over to Dampier. Dampier picked up by Brooks. Gets it over to Crumley. Back out to Dampier. Now to Will. Make that Johnny. I'm sorry. Johnny misses off right on that shot from the free throw line. Back the other way comes Brooks. Out to Wiltshire for three, and he knocks that down. Big shot there for Laquan Wiltshire. 13-5. North Cobb Christian now over Tri-Cities. Jalen Dampier up top to Johnny Crumley. Down low to Trey Kalina. Goes up left hand. He'll get fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot too. Kalina knocks down the first. We're going to have Eric Woodward check in for Marquise Trice. Kalina can't knock down that one. Back the other way comes the Bulldogs. Wiltshire to Brooks. Brooks deep three. Knocks that down. That's back-to-back threes now for Laquan Wiltshire. 14-8. And I told you Tri-Cities was not going to go away. As you see Johnny Crumley having a little bit of issue, he finally gets it over to Hunter Norman, who checks in for North Cobb Christian for Nick Fleming. Down low to Dampier. Dampier on the baseline. He's going to go up, get a shot blocked from behind, but he's going to be fouled. This one's also going to go against Rogers. It'll be his second foul off the bench for the Bulldogs. And we see Marquise Trice jump up immediately. Dampier rattles that one down. That's 6 early points here in the first quarter for Dampier. 1:44 remaining, 15-8. North Cobb Christian up over Tri-Cities. And he knocks down both. Johnny Crumley knocks the ball out of bounds.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? Why are you dribbling the ball?
Officials do a nice job there of getting together and correcting the call. Hunter Norman to bring the ball up the court for North Cobb Christian. Wilshire does a nice job of knocking it loose. North Cobb Christian comes over the dose. Trey Kalina goes to work. Right hand floater. Trey Kalina here showing all the moves here early in the first quarter. Ball will be knocked out of bounds. It will go back to North Cobb Christian.
Get up! Up!
Will Crumley gets it in over to Hunter Norman. 80 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Back up top to Johnny, over to Will. Down to Trey. Trey has it knocked away by Fred Calloway. Nice job there by Calloway to get in front of the pass intended for Trey Kalina. Will Crumley into Norman. Back over to Will, down to Trey. Trey's gonna have it knocked away. It will go back to Tri-Cities. You'd like to see him get that pass just a little bit lower for Trey Kalina to handle a little bit better. Tri-Cities finally is able to get it in. To get it in to Brandon Singletary, who checks in for the first time today. Over to Wilshire. Wilshire down low to Calloway. Calloway misses from the 6-inch mark. The ball will be knocked out of bounds, and it will go back to North Cobb Christian. Final 49 seconds here in the first quarter. They get it over to Johnny Crumley. Crumley picked up by Brooks. Crumley needs to get rid of it. Does to little brother. Little brother throws away. Norman Hunter, though, able to come up with it. Somehow it went right through the Tri-Cities defense, and nobody touched it. Hunter has it stripped. The ball was knocked loose. Ball was clearly knocked loose. Wrong call there by the official, but nonetheless it goes back to Tri-Cities. Out to Wilshire for three. This one short, right nicked the rim. Back the other direction. They're going to say Will Crumley stepped on the baseline. It will stay Tri-Cities basketball with 11.8 seconds left. And we'll see Michael Hanson Jr. check in here for Tri-Cities. Brooks able to get it in over to Singletary. Back to Brooks. Brooks goes to his left. Stops, pops from 12, and he knocks that down. His first bucket of the game. Back the other direction. Callaway at half court. No good, but we'll go here into the second quarter with North Cobb Christian enjoying an 8-point lead, 18-10 here at the end of one. Our SmilesGeneration.com instant replay. As you'll see this jumper by Brooks here, the last bucket for them of the first half. As he takes it baseline, goes to his left and pulls up from 12 feet, buries the jumper, and gets Tri-Cities back to within 8, 18-10. It was all North Cobb Christian early on here in the ball game. That said, we'll take a break here with them. We'll be back momentarily here on SUVTV.com.
Hey-o! Remember me? Your mouth? First, props for having dental insurance. But did you know your benefits expire at the end of the year? I know, right? So, I mean, what's to lose? Yeah, the benefits. You work hard for your money. Don't waste it. And while you're at it, do me a favor and find a great dentist in your area at a Smile Generation trusted office through SmileGeneration.com. Schedule an appointment today. Hey, want to grab a burger later? Hey-o! Remember to stop right here, Bulldogs.
Welcome back to Altoona High School. They call this Davy Jones's Locker, home of the Bucks. They'll actually tip off in the championship bracket for them tonight at 8:30. Again, you can see that live here on SUVTV.com. This game here, though, the third, fourth place game for the Superior Public bracket here at the Lake City Classic. North Cobb Christian with an 8-point lead, 18-10 at the end of one. Brooks the other direction, he's going to get called for a travel. That's an easy call. As you see Tri-Cities, they're going to come out in a full court. And we're going to get an offensive foul. This one's going to go against Fleming. They'll dump it into Callaway. Callaway can't hit from 6 feet. Ball up in the air. It'll be thrown off of Johnny Crumley. It will stay Tri-Cities basketball. Over to Hanson Jr. 4-3. Out. Ball up in the air. It'll come down to Johnny Crumley. He'll get it up to Nick Fleming. Up to Dampier. Dampier go one-on-one. Can't get it to fall. Not a whole lot of better finishers you'll see than Jalen Dampier. The other direction, it will go North Cobb Christian's way.
Not trap, just ball. Deny.
Crumley into Fleming. Fleming's going to lose it out of bounds. But it was knocked out by Wiltshire. It will stay North Cobb Christian basketball.
Yes. Nothing long. Fred, open up. So if they come long, you can get it.
Long pass in over to Dampier. Dampier checked by Hanson. Down to Kalina. Kalina, long hook shot. Can't get that one to fall off left. Back the other direction comes Brooks. Brooks stutter step at the three-point line. Can't talk. He'll lose the ball out of bounds. He'll go back to North Cobb Christian. Fleming will lose the ball off his knee on the inbound. Tri-Cities gets it in down to Fred Callaway. Callaway tries to go against Kalina, and he does just that. Nice shot there by Callaway to use the rim as protection and go reverse. Nice feed from Fleming to Dampier. Jalen not able to hold on to it. Brooks over to Hanson, now down to Trice. Trice guarded by Johnny Crumley. Trice goes to his left through traffic, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. This one's going to go on Will Crumley. That's his first. Marquis. First attempt from the line is good. His first points of the day. 18-13, 6.5 remaining here in the first half. North Cobb Christian has not scored a bucket yet here in the second quarter.
Come on, Trey.
Fleming out movement here by North Cobb Christian. Out to Johnny 4-3, way too much. Tri-Cities back the other direction. Hanson goes baseline, floater from 12 feet off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Callaway. Put back up and in with the hook shot. Can't get it to fall. Johnny Crumley with the rebound. He'll get it out to Fleming. Fleming surveys the floor. Thought about pulling up instead. Gets it over to Johnny Crumley. He'll go to his left. Back to Fleming. Back to Crumley. Over to Dampier. Dampier checked defensively there by Wiltshire. Down to Kalina. Kalina out to Crumley. Up top to Fleming. Fleming will go to his left, and he'll circle back out, reset the offense. We're going to get an off-ball foul. This one's going to be on Fred Callaway, his second personal. Back the other way is Wilshire. Can't get it to fall. Kalina with the rebound. You go over to Dampier. Dampier over to Fleming. Goes to his left. Floater blocked from behind. And we're going to get a foul call. This one's going to go against Michael Hansen Jr. Nick Fleming there on the miss. His first free throw attempt here of the ball game. Got 3 points. Hit an early three there in the first quarter. Hasn't hit much since. And he does indeed knock down the second free throw. 19-14, North Cobb Christian up over Tri-Cities. They get into Trice. Trice picked up by Crumley. Now over to Brooks. Picked up by his older brother, Johnny. Trice goes baseline. Trey Kalina had it blocked, but he knocked it right into the basket. Fleming to Kalina. Kalina turnaround off the glass. Can't get it to fall, but we'll get a foul here. This one's going to go against Mello Floyd. And Kalina knocks down both free throws. He's now 3 of 4 from the line today. Marquise Trice gets it in over to Quintero Harris. Harris picked up by Dampier. Harris goes baseline, throws it up too hard. Rebound will come down to Callaway. Make that Trice. Trice throws it up, can't get it to fall. Kalina with the rebound. He gets it out to Dampier. Dampier almost loses it, able to track it down. Dampier's going to have it ripped. Mello Floyd the other direction. Euro step in the lane, no reason for it. Will. Crumley's going to block that ball. We're going to get a foul though on his brother. Johnny hits first. Mello into over to Brooks. Brooks looking down low for Mello, can't get it. Instead, he's going to reset the offense out over to Marquise Trice. Now back to Brooks. Brooks picked up by Crumley. 4-3, knocks that down. Nice shot there by Josh Brooks. And Tri-Cities isn't going anywhere. 21-19, 3:50 remaining here in this first half. Kalina goes baseline, spins back left, hook shot off the front of the rim, rebound grab by Brooks. Back the other direction it comes, Tri-Cities, they have a chance to take the lead or tie it up. Hansen wants the lead, and he gets it. Hansen's first bucket of the ball game is a 3, and he gives Tri-Cities the 1-point lead, 22-21. They've outscored North Cobb Christian here in the second quarter, 12-3. Probably not the start to the second quarter that Coach Mata envisioned. Leon Marquise Trice, his first. Will Crumley misses that first free throw. And he knocks down the second, though. 4 points here for Will Crumbly. The ball's going to go out of bounds back to North Cobb Christian. Tied at 22, 3:14 remaining here in the first half. Will Crumbly over to Nick Fleming. North Cobb Christian just seems all out of sorts here in the second quarter. Over to Kalina. Kalina high block. Going to turn, go in middle. This one's going to be on Melo Floyd, his second. Kalina not able to hit either of those. Brooks, bad pass there by Wiltshire, goes off of Brooks' hands, out of bounds. Fleming over to Crumley, to Dampier, down to Kalina on the baseline. Back up top to Johnny Crumley. Over to Dampier. Dampier goes baseline. He's going to get a shot blocked. They go out of bounds. Nice inbound from Johnny to his little brother Will for the easy inbounds basket. 24-22. Brooks picked up by Johnny. Now over to Melo. Floyd looking around, finally gets over to Hanson. Hanson over to Brooks. Brooks deep three off the back of the rim. Rebound tipped around. This one's going to go against Will Crumley, his second. We're going to see Isaiah Walker check in here for North Cobb Christian. He'll replace Will Crumley.
Knock it down, Eric. Zone, Mike. Knock it down, Eric.
Trey Kalina swats it out of there. They keep trying to challenge the big man, and they've been on the losing end more than they've been on the winning end of that one. Nick Fleming back the other direction. Over to Dampier, has it knocked away. Walker comes up with it. Back to Dampier in the corner, back to Walker. Walker over to Crumley. Crumley now to Fleming. Fleming 4-3, rattles around, can't get it to fall. And we're going to get a travel call here on Johnny Crumley. Not sure why he didn't just turn around and put it right back up. Over to Floyd. Hanson Jr. 4-3, knocks that down. Hanson Jr. showed Saturday night in their first game, if he gets hot, he'll hit it from anywhere. And that's two straight now for Hanson. Nice little start. Pierre throws it up. Rebound on the floor. Tri-Cities comes up with it. Back the other direction comes Adonis Washington. Washington's going to have the ball knocked. It will stay. Tri-Cities basketball is there up 125-24. Brooks too much. Floyd with the rebound up and in. His first bucket. Hunter Norman with the ball. Over to Walker. Walker down to Kalina. Cleveland's going to turn. He's going to get fouled. That'll be 3 on Floyd. Fleming will come in for Dampier. Final 42 seconds here in the first half. 27-24, Tri-Cities up over North Cobb Christian. That one, Trey Kalina now 0 for his last 4 at the line. Floater up over the big man is Adonis Washington. His first bucket to extend the lead out to 5, 29-24 for Tri-Cities. Fleming over to Walker. Walker 12 feet off the backboard, too much. Back the other way comes Swain. Swain has it knocked away temporarily, picks it back up, now over to Brooks. Brooks goes to his left, floater over the big man. Can't get that to fall. Kalina with the rebound. Final 10 seconds, he'll get it over to Fleming. Down to 5 seconds. Fleming pulls up at the buzzer, and he can't get it to fall. 29-24 is how we'll go to halftime. Our end of the second quarter, SmileGeneration.com instant replay.
Remember me? Your mouth? First, props for having dental insurance. But did you know your benefits expire at the end of the year? I know, right? So why not use them? I mean, what's to lose? Yeah, the benefits. You work hard for your money. Don't waste it. And while you're at it, do me a favor and find a great dentist in your area at a Smile Generation trusted office through SmileGeneration.com. Schedule an appointment today. Hey, want to grab a burger later?
Pain.
Really? What are you thinking? Holy molar, crack, giant crack on your head.
What? Really? Is it bad? I can't see it.
Don't worry. If you get a CEREC crown from a Smile Generation trusted dentist, you'll be covered.
Was that a crown joke?
Crossover intelligence for basketball can save you hours of time. We break down and stat your game film for you and act as your video coordinator by giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and a lot of other great info that you can access from any PC or through our iPad application. Just upload your video through the Crossover website, and 24 hours later, your film will be completely indexed and tagged. Each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for anything you'd like. Here we'll take a look at all 3-pointers that were made in the fourth quarter. All of your offensive and defensive sets can also be tagged, so you can view the appropriate clips and determine which plays are achieving the best results. You can add any clip to a playlist or highlight reel and share everything with your players or assistant coaches. Crossover will also provide you with all of the numbers from each game, including complete player stats for both teams and advanced metrics like these. We even take the shooting numbers a step further with an interactive shot chart that lets you visualize the data. Filter by player, quarter, makes or misses, and click on any shot to watch the corresponding video. Crossover intelligence will keep you from spending hours in the film room and get you back to actually coaching. Together, we can turn smarter video into more wins for your team. That's the crossover effect.
Welcome back to Alatoona High School. Jeff Benedict here on SUVTV.com. Second half action live here between Tri-Cities and North Cobb Christian. The third and fourth place game of the Superior Plumbing bracket here at the 5th Annual Lake City Classic. Tri-Cities was down big early. They've climbed back up, taking a 5-point lead here at half. North Cobb Christian's obviously going to have to play it much better than they did in that second quarter. And starting out with the turnover is not what they wanted. Tries back the other direction, up and in. Tries 2 points there early in the first half. Fleming, bad pass to Kalina, threw it at his shins, and the 6'9", 6'10" Kalina couldn't hang on to it. Hanson up to Brooks. Brooks over to Wiltshire, back to Brooks. Now over to Hanson. In the corner is Wiltshire. He thought about it. Instead, he's going to pull it back out. Now over to Brooks. Goes baseline, up over Kalina. Ball up in the air. Will Crumley will come down with it. Over to Nick Fleming. Fleming over to Johnny. Johnny goes to his left, goes baseline. He's going to pull it back out. Over to Kalina. Hanson's going to get his shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul. This one's going to go against Will Crumley, his third. Hanson off the front of the rim, can't knock down the first one. And his second attempt is good. 7 points now for Michael Hanson Jr. We're going to get a foul here off the ball. I'm sorry, on ball by Laquan Wiltshire, his first. Crumley up ahead to Dampier. Dampier able to somehow track that ball down. Back over to Crumley. Now over to Fleming. Fleming goes to his left, goes baseline. He's going to throw it up, and he's going to get a charge. That's Fleming's second personal. Hanson over to Brooks. Brooks picked up by Fleming. To his right. Down low to Callaway. Callaway against Kalina. Kick it out over to Wiltshire. 4-3 off the front of the rim. Rebound on the floor. Tri-Cities will come up with it. And we're going to get a foul on the floor. This one's going to be Crumley his second. First one there off the front of the rim for Laquan Wiltshire. See Tyler Jackson check in. Coach Mott has elected to go small here. And Wiltshire misses both of them. Ball up on the floor. Wiltshire gets his own rebound up. Can't. The tap is up and in by Trice. His second basket here of the second half. Fleming up to Jackson. Jackson out to Crumley 4-3. That one is good. Johnny Crumley's first points here of the ball game come at a great time as North Cobb Christian desperately needed something to get the back to within 7. The ball's going to go off of Josh Brooks' foot and out of bounds back to North Cobb Christian. Crumley into Fleming. Fleming up to Jackson. Jackson going to get his shot blocked by Callaway. Nice job there by Callaway to recover. Jackson thought he had a wide open layup. Crumley over to Jackson. Jackson in the corner to Fleming. Fleming goes baseline. Tries to feed Will Crumley. Another bad pass there by Fleming as he throws it at the feet of the big man. And we'll see Hunter Norman check in here for Nick Fleming. Josh Brooks will walk the ball up the floor here for Tri-Cities. Nice job there by Will Crumley to knock the ball from behind as Marquise Trice thought he was setting up. Dampier up and in. Nice floater there by Dampier with the left hand. Nice ball movement by Tri-City. He's going to get it up and in. He's going to get called for a walk. Does Marquise Trice. And we will see Chris Rogers check back in immediately for the Bulldogs. Dampier with the ball in the corner. Picked up by Hanson. Goes to his left. Floater from 12 feet off the back of the rim. Can't get it to fall. Rogers with the rebound. He'll get over to Josh Brooks. North Cobb Christian out in a 2-3. Hanson Jr. back up top to Brooks. Brooks to his right. Down to Wilshire. Baseline jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Callaway. Blocked from behind by Will Crumley. Hanson Jr. though comes up with it. He gets it back out to Brooks to reset. Corner three by Hanson. No good. Rebound grab by Hunter. Over to Jackson. Jackson back to Norman. Now to Crumley. Younger Crumley. Back up top is Jackson. Jackson's going to pull it back out and reset. He'll go to his right. Out to Will Crumley, 4-3. That one rims out. Rebound up in the air. It'll come down to Josh Brooks. Brooks now to the left corner. Back out top to Hanson. Now back to Brooks. Back to Hanson. Up top is Wiltshire. Wiltshire telling his guys to move out of the way. Back over to Brooks in the corner. And we're going to get a timeout here taken by Tri-Cities. There'll be a 30-second timeout taken here with 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter. 34-29, Tri-Cities with a 5-point lead. And we'll take it with them. We'll be back here momentarily on SUVTV.com. Welcome back to Altoona High School. Jeff Benedict to SUVTV.com. Tri-Cities, North Cobb Christian. Third place game here for the Superior Plumbing bracket of the Lake City Classic. Tri-Cities with a 5-point lead, 34-29. Good ball movement here by the Bulldogs. Wiltshire just inside the three-point line out the front of the rim. Brooks with a rebound up and back in. Nice job there by Joshua Brooks with his first bucket of the second half. And the lead is back out to 7, 36-29. Big man Kalina goes baseline. Hunter Norman down to Kalina. Kalina goes middle, gets a shot blocked. Nice job there by Fred Calloway, who's leading the charge down by himself, and we're going to get a foul here. This one's going to be Johnny Crumley. This will be his third. Kalina. Nice flipped up and in by Fred Calloway. He has not backed down whatsoever from Trey Kalina.
Pressure! Get the serve! Get up!
Johnny Crumley off right. Hanson with the rebound. He gets it up quickly over to Rogers, who got away with a travel, but nonetheless throws it down. Tri-Cities now up 11. Over to Crumley. Crumley up to Dampier. Trey Kalina from 17 feet knocks that down. His first basket here of the second half. 9-point lead, 40-31. Hanson Jr. with it. He'll be checked defensively there by Hunter Norman. Down low to Callaway. Callaway turn around, knocks that down. Callaway been very impressive here. 8 points now in the ball game. Has not been afraid at all to go right at Trey Kalina. Kalina, the UTC signee. We're going to get a jump ball, and it will belong and stay to North Cobb Christian. Michael Hanson Jr. comes off, gets a handshake from his coach. He's given him some great minutes today. Has done a great job facilitating the offense there for Tri-Cities. Tyler Jackson over to Parker. Make that Hunter Norman, I'm sorry. Buries the two. Wiltshire goes right around Tyler Jackson. Tyler Jackson going to get called for the block. That's an easy call. It's his first. Tri-Cities has outscored North Cobb Christian 13-9 here so far in the third quarter. Final 61 seconds of this quarter as they get it in over to Rogers. Back to Brooks. Rogers trying to set a screen. Instead, they're going to get it down to Callaway. Callaway does a nice job finding Wiltshire, who gets it up and in. Nice job there by Callaway. He's been extremely impressive here today. Fleming goes baseline. Throws it up, nothing. Ball up in the air. Callaway will come down with it back the other way as Wiltshire. Wiltshire right hand, right side. And we're going to get a delay of game on Micaiah Winfield. Dampier with the ball for North Cobb Christian. Gets over to Jackson. Jackson up top to Fleming. Fleming over to Norman. Norman out to Jackson. Back out to Norman. Final 10 seconds here of the third quarter, which is absolutely flown by. We're going to get a foul. This one's going to go against Chris Rogers, his third. Jackson down to Norman, who Can't get it to fall from 3 feet away. And half quarter just barely off right. Great quarter there for Tri-Cities as they outscored North Cobb Christian. Looks like 15 to 9 to take a 13-point lead here going into the fourth and final quarter. It's going to take a lot of hard work for North Cobb Christian to get back in this ball game and play a lot better than they've done this last 2 quarters. SmileGeneration.com instant replay for you.
So much pain.
Really? What are you thinking? Holy molar, crack, giant crack on your head.
What? Really? Is it bad? I can't see it.
Don't worry. If you get a Cerat crown from a Smile Generation trusted dentist, you'll be covered.
Was that a crown joke? Oh.
Welcome back to Altoona High School. Jeff Benedict, SUVTV.com. Fourth and final quarter here of game number 4. Third place game of the Superior Plumbing bracket here at the Lake City Classic. Be Nick Fleming's third personal. Line to shoot 2. Kalina with the rebound. Over to Crumley. Back to Kalina. Puts the ball on the floor, goes down the lane. He's going to get called for a travel.
You better take a charge. Don't move out the way. One, same thing. 2, right here. Hey, if you in the pitch, step above the free throw. Hey, 2 man right here.
Tri-Cities coach tells Makai Whitfield not to move out of the way to take the charge from the big man. He just gives this look like, yeah, right, coach. That look was priceless. Nick Fleming there on the long rebound back the other direction. It comes North Cobb Christian. They got a lot of work to do as they're down 14 here. 7 minutes remaining. Dampier 4-3. They're going to get an offensive foul. This one's going to go against Fleming. Commit a foul that he agreed with. Although honestly, I think that's most basketball players on any level. Daquan Wilshire will bring the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. He'll be picked by Hunter Norman. Back over to Winfield. Will Crumley with the rebound over to Dampier. Back to Crumley. Crumley deep 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound grab by Craig Kalina. And we're going to get a foul here. This one's going to be the 4th on Chris Rogers. That's Chris Rogers' 4th foul. I'm trying to see his head coach just said, well, we'll let him foul out.
Drop Chris. Drop Chris. Sit down, Chris, too high.
Hunter Norman over to Kalina. Out to Crumley. Crumley to Norman. Norman 4-3. Knocks that down. Big shot there by Hunter Norman. 5 points here in the second half. 11-point game, 47-36. Daquan Wilshire, offensive foul. He dipped the shoulder. That's an easy call for the official. Hunter Norman over to Will Crumley, not a Kalina. Kalina trying to bully his way in. Nice step through move. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound back up in the air. Hunter Norman will come down with it. This one's going to be the third on Laquan Wilshire. 2 shots. Norman's first one is good. And as is his second. 7 points on the second half for Hunter Norman. He's been one of the lone bright spots here for North Cobb Christian. Trey Kalina picks up his first personal. Not really sure how you get a personal foul when you had position, but nonetheless, Fred Callaway's at the line to shoot too. Callaway knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1. And he can't bury the second one. Kalina with the rebound up to Dampier. Jalen Dampier has been extremely quiet. Came out on fire. First quarter had 7 points. Has had 2 since. Ball knocked away there. Nice job by Marquise Trice with the hustle play. Hunter Norman over to Johnny Crumley, over to Will Crumley. Now to Dampier. Dampier to Kalina. Kalina goes baseline. Up and in off the glass. It's 11 points in the ball game for Kalina. Fred Callaway's done a tremendous job both offensively and defensively against the big man. And he'll pull up from the free throw line and can't get without one to fall. Marquise Triso with the rebound. He'll go up, and it looks like Johnny Crumley will pick up his 4th personal. Trice knocks down the first one. 9-point lead, 49-40, 5 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Again, this is the 3rd place game for the Superior Public bracket side of the Lake City Classic. Coming up next, we have the 3rd place game of the other side of the bracket, which is the Ackward Smiles bracket that'll feature Whitfield and Hillgrove. That's coming up next. Back the other direction comes Tri-Cities. Brooks over to Trice. Trice goes straight down. Nice find over to Callaway. Callaway up and in. Callaway's been everything that we thought Trey Kalina would be in this game. Will Crumley. Chase it down. Trey Kalina at 17 feet. Can't get that to fall. And we're going to get an offensive foul. And that'll be Johnny Crumley's 5th foul. He is now fouled out of the ball game. Chris Parent checks in, who just fouled out. Chris Parent, one of those kids, he's what we would call a project. And by that, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I love Chris. He's a great kid. Can jump out of this gym. Has one of the uncanny abilities to block shots. One of my AAU kids, and he averaged literally 7 blocks a game this year for us. Isn't really polished on either side of the basketball, but he's going to give you 100% every time he can. And to see him get in this game for North Cobb Christian is great to see as Trey Cleaner throws it down. On the assist there from Jalen Dampier, another one of my AAU kids. Josh Brooks goes right around Norman. Up, can't get it to fall. Will Crumley out over to Hunter Norman. Over to Dampier. Dampier up and in. 9-point game, 53-44. And North Cobb Christian is going to need a whole lot more of that to get back into this ball game. Fred Calloway goes to his right, thought about it, pulled it back out. Over to Brooks. Brooks picked up by Hunter Norman. Back up top to Trice. Low to Calloway. Calloway turns, goes to his right. He's going to kick it out. 4-3 attempt by Woodward. Rims out. Ball up in the air. Trice will come down with it. Nice feed over to Brooks. Will Crumley with the block. Nice help side defense there by Will Crumley, who turns it right back over to Woodward. Woodward gets a shot blocked by Crumley, and it will stay Tri-Cities basketball. In the corner to Washington, off the side of the backboard. Crumley come down with it. Who throws it away yet again. Laquan Wilshire with his 6-point here in the second half. Hunter Norman 4-3, knocks that down. And we're going to get a quick timeout here taken by Coach Mott. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 47-55, Tri-Cities up 8. OurSmilesGeneration.com instant replay. See that quick 3 there by Hunter Norman to get his team back within 8. Right before quick timeout there taken by Coach Motto. Trice will inbound it over to Brooks. He'll be picked up by Hunter Norman, who's done a great job today off the bench for North Cobb Christian. Over to Calloway. Back up top to Hanson. Hanson picked up by Chris Parent. Now over to Brooks. Trice back up top to Hanson. Over to Wiltshire. Over to Trice. Trice says he's doing a nice job moving the ball, wasting clock. 2 minutes remaining. Mata yelling at one of his players to play defense. Hanson up top. Now over to Brooks. Up top to Hanson. Over to Trice. Ball on the floor. Hunter Norman. Over to Will Crumley. Crumley's going to get it. Count it, and one. Will Crumley within 5. And he can't do it. Trey Cleaner, though, with the rebound. Goes up strong, can't get it to fall. Rebound go out of bounds. That will stay North Cobb Christian basketball. And we're going to get a full timeout here taken by Tri-Cities. And we'll take it with them here on SUVTV.com.
Remember me? Mouth? First, props for having dental insurance. But did you know your benefits expire at the end of the year? I know, right? So why not use them? I mean, what's to lose? Yeah, the benefits. You work hard for your money. Don't waste it. And while you're at it, do me a favor and find a great dentist in your area at a Smile Generation trusted office through smilegeneration.com. Schedule an appointment today. Hey, want to grab a burger later?
Welcome back to the final 90 seconds here at game number 4 between North Cobb Christian and Tri-Cities. This is the third place game in the Superior Plumbing bracket side of the Lake City Classic. Turnover there on the inbound. Christian not what they want when you're down 6. And we're going to get a foul on the other end. This one's going to go against Will Crumley, his 4th. And Trice able to knock down 1 of 2 from the line. North Cobb Christian with the timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with him here on SUV TV. Final 124 when we come back.
Crossover intelligence for basketball can save you hours of time. We break down and stat your game film for you and act as your video coordinator by giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and a lot of other great info that you can access from any PC or through our iPad application. Just upload your video through the Crossover website, and 24 hours later, your film will be completely indexed and tagged. Each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for anything you'd like. Here we'll take a look at all 3-pointers that were made in the 4th quarter. All of your offensive and defensive sets can also be tagged, so you can view the appropriate clips and determine which plays are achieving the best results. You can add to a playlist or highlight reel and share everything with your players or assistant coaches. Crossover will also provide you with all of the numbers from each game, including complete player stats for both teams and advanced metrics like these.
Welcome back to Alatoona High School. Dampier over to big man Trey Colina. Throws it down. It's now a 5-point game for North Cobb Christian. They find themselves down 56-55. Chris Parent's going to pick up a foul. And as poorly as Tri-Cities has shot the free throws today, that's not a bad foul. And just as I say that, Wilshire knocks down his first free throw of the day. And he misses the second one. Tapped around, ball on the floor. Jalen Dampier will come up with it for North Cobb Christian. Team down 6, 1 minute left. Ball's going to go off his knee. back to Tri-Cities. Coach Mata wanted to push from behind. He's not going to get it. Wiltshire going to get called for a double before he got fouled. Still a 6-point game, 57-51. See Tyler Jackson check in here for Chris Parent. Into Dampier. Dampier right hand, left side, can't get it to go. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Dampier knocks down the first one.
Hey! Wait. You got to try. Yeah, go ahead and run. Go ahead and run.
12 points on the night for Dampier. Make that 13. Now, 4-point game. Wiltshire will go back to the line. Wiltshire misses the front end. Be Brandon Singletary's first personal. Dampier misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Chris Parent's going to get called for another foul. Josh Brooks misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Tri-Cities goes back and watches this video. They're going to be extremely impressed with Fred Callaway and the way he played today against Trey Kalina. Didn't back down and went right at him offensively and defensively as they get the ball into Dampier. Dampier almost had it knocked away. Trey Kalina, though, able to get it, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Trey Kalina able to knock down both free throws to make it a 4-point game once again. Tri-Cities leaving the door open because they can't knock down free throws today.
in so much pain.
Really? What are you thinking? Holy molar, crack, giant crack on your head.
What? Really? Is it bad? I can't see it.
Don't worry. If you get a Cerat crown from a Smile Generation trusted dentist, you'll be covered.
Was that a crown joke? Oh.
Hurry up. Hey, we got 2 timeouts if we need them.
Welcome back to Alatoona High School. Jeff Benedict, SUVTV.com. Michael Hanson inbound the ball for Tri-Cities. They're up 4, 59-55. And they leave Wilshire wide open by himself on the other end, up and in. Over to Dampier. Dampier thought about a step back. Great defense there by Hanson. Over to Will Crumley. Can't get it. Hunter can't get that one to fall. Final 10 seconds. And Josh Brooks is going to the line to shoot 2.
Great pass, Mike.
And Brooks misses the front end once again. And he knocks down that one. And we're going to get a full timeout here taken by Tri-Cities. And we'll take it with him. We'll be back. Final 11 seconds here on SUVTV.com.
Crossover intelligence for basketball can save you hours of time. We break down and stat your game film for you and act as your video coordinator by giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and a lot of other great info that you can access from any PC or through our iPad application. Just upload your video through the Crossover website, and 24 hours later, your film will be completely indexed and tagged. Each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for anything you'd like. Here we'll take a look at all 3-pointers that were made in the 4th quarter. All of your offensive and defensive sets can also be tagged, so you can view the
On the basketball, final 11 seconds. They get it in Dampier. Dampier deep 3-corner off the front of the rim, rebound up in the air. Fred Callaway will come down with it. The way he played today against Trey Clean, the big man, headed to UTC. And Tri-Cities will walk away with 3rd place in the Superior Plumbing bracket side of the Lake City Classic. 62-55 final. When we come back, we've got the other 3rd place game taking place between Whitfield Academy and Hillgrove. We'll have that live for you here on SUVTV.com.